So, moving on. Despite the fact that his show Hannibal has been canceled and is about to air its last episode, actor Mads Mikkelsen seems to be in high demand. It was already announced that Mikkelsen will appear in the upcoming Star Wars Rogue One next year, and now it seems we're going to see him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well. According to a report in Variety, Mikkelsen is currently in talks with Marvel to appear in the upcoming Doctor Strange in an unknown villain role. As many of you will remember, Mikkelsen was at one time up to play the role of Malekith in Thor: The Dark World a few years ago before the part went to Doctor Who star Christopher Eccleston. John, do you think Mikkelsen would be a good fit for Doctor Strange?
Yes. Yes, I do. I think very much he would be a great fit for Doctor Strange. I mean, I've seen him in a number of things before. And of course, obviously, he's the villain in Casino Royale, in which he was fantastic. And everybody kept talking about how good Hannibal was. You, is particularly, I remember you told me a number of times, I really got to check out Hannibal. So last week, home one night, Anne's out, doing something with some friends. I said, all right, I'll put on Hannibal. And I watched the whole first season in about 3 days. And it's like, this guy has such a presence, and it's not just the voice, and it's not just his face, and it's not just his mannerisms or how he carries himself. It's all of it put together. This dude owns a screen when he is on it. He just, you cannot take your eyes off him because of what he emotes. It's incredible. Having him play not just any villain, like you name him for any villain role, I say yes, yes, yes. A villain in Doctor Strange, that reeks of perfection. It just sounds amazing. So yes, I would absolutely be all on board for this. What about you, Schnapp?
I love it. I mean, he's one of my favorite actors. If you haven't seen Valhalla Rising, it's like almost no dialogue. It just relies solely almost on shots of his face seething with anger. It's a great film. And he's a great actor. And I love Hannibal. So I was really pissed that they canceled Hannibal because they're like, well, come on. But to hear that he's going to be a Doctor Strange, that just ratcheted it up. They've got Benedict Cumberbatch, Tilda Swinton, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and now this guy. It's everyone's saying he's going to play Dormammu, who's like this villain. In Doctor Strange, he's one of the most powerful villains.
Well, that's the speculation. Head. I haven't heard anybody.
My speculation, he's going to play a character called Nightmare. That's just my guess, because it would almost be like it's just too easy for him to be Dormammu. So I think they would spin it and maybe try this other character, but who knows? Any character he plays, he's going to make it amazing in this film. So I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, how's this for a career checklist where you go Bond villain into playing Hannibal, into being in a Star Wars movie, and now part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? And as Sinead mentioned,
not a bad day.
I am thrilled that he wasn't cast as Malekith, because I think his powers could be used more in something like Doctor Strange that has an air of mystery to it, an air of the unknown, some mystical power that he can create. Now, obviously, with Thor, there's a lot of stuff you can do on Asgard, but this seems more like the right fit for him, and he's going to be playing a bad guy again. As we talked about on Jedi Council on Wednesday, he's probably not playing a bad guy in Rogue One. So I'm interested to see that shade of his ability, but we know this guy can be evil when he wants to. Him being in the Marvel Universe goes together like Mark Ellis and light beer. This is the right play.
It was funny because on Jedi Council, I was saying, because we heard that he's probably not going to be a villain in Rogue One. I was like, I kind of wanted to see him as a villain. But knowing that he's going to be, or at least it looks like he's going to be a villain in Doctor Strange, now I'm excited about him not being in villain Rogue One. So we're going to get a good dose of him as a villain, and now we can see him do something else. So that's exciting too.